for the night here at the PokerStars.com European Poker Tour Grand Final. Now, one of the newest Team PokerStars pros is Chad Brown, and we had a chance to chat with him. Chad, here you are at the PokerStars.com European Poker Tour Grand Final, and you're a PokerStars pro now. Tell me about how you got on board.
I had to make a decision. It was it's too complex to explain, but we made a proposal, and they accepted my proposal, and I'm happy to be aboard.
So it must be exciting to be on the same team as your fiancée, Vanessa.
It is. It's great because, you know, we're basically traveling all over the world to all the PokerStars tournaments together. So it just makes more sense that we're doing this together.
So how's this event gone for you so far?
Well, it was going really well, and then I lost in this last round. I lost a couple of pots. I made a big laydown with queens. It was a 10-high board, and it was 2 diamonds. Daniel thinks that the kid was making a move. He showed 3 came on the turn, and he made a big raise. Basically, I'm pushing him all in, which would leave me, if I lose, with only like 8,000 in chips.
Wow. So
it was a big decision, and I had already lost a pot to that kid where I called his all-in with just a flush draw. So I didn't think that if he thought I had a hand that he could push me off it. So I laid the 2 queens down, and he showed just the 3 diamonds. So he could have had a set of 3s. He could have had 10-3 diamonds, or Daniel thinks he had ace-3 diamonds. I don't think he had ace-3 diamonds, but we never know. We'll never know.
So what's it like playing at a table with another PokerStars pro and Daniel Negreanu?
Well, it's you know, listen, playing with Daniel, he's
always a challenge.
Well, he's one of the best players in the world, so, you know, you just try not to get entangled in any big pots with him. And also, you can learn from playing at the table with him. You know, so take advantage of your peers who you have a lot of respect for, and really be a little more extra observant watching what they do, and you might pick up a trick or 2.
So you and Vanessa both chose to play on day 1B. Did you do anything fun on day 1A?
Well, no, we had obligations with PokerStars.
Okay.
So being on Team PokerStars, they set it up so that you do interviews and things like that. So they give you not too full of a schedule, but you've got meetings, you know, based out throughout the day.
There's such a huge field here in Monte Carlo that Gus Hansen said he's willing to settle for 2nd place in this tournament.
It's cool. I mean, it's a very slow structure, and usually I prefer the little more faster pace, but hey, I'm getting older and more patient, you know. No, I actually am pretty happy with the way I've been playing. I was getting a little bored at one point, but my good friend Antonio let me use his iPod, so I was back on track. And basically, I've been humming along. I've actually had some really good hands. Unfortunately, I've flopped a set here and there, but my opponents haven't had anything. But I mean, you win the pot, you collect a little bit here and there. So I've been cruising. I've never really had a lot of my money in the pot at the same time, so I've been cruising along and doubling up. That's pretty good.
That's what it takes. So what's on Antonio's iPod?
He had a lot of good stuff, actually old stuff. I'm kind of like I like all kinds of. There was some Hotel California, all kinds of good stuff. Some old Prince, all good.
So how do you think some European players here might differ from American players in style?
How do they differ?
Like, what would you notice as a European, but you play all over the world?
I do play all over the world. I mean, you have, I think that's a little bit of a reputation, but I think it rings true a lot of times. There's some crazy Scandinavians.
So I've heard.
Young Scandinavians playing a lot of hands, like to make squeeze plays.
Why do you think they're so aggressive? What is it about Scandinavians?
I guess the first couple of episodes on TV, poker on TV in Scandinavia, was featuring me doing some silly bluffs. So maybe
it's all your fault.
Maybe that's catching on. But no, they're aggressive. They're tough to play against. But overall, I think this is a very mixed field. I mean, it has to be mixed. There's basically 850 players, and basically a lot of tough players, both European and American. And basically, there's a long way to go. I think there's about 450 players left. Yeah. So, I mean, I might only take 2nd in this one, but I'm looking for 1st.
We'll be back with more action from the PokerStars.com European Poker Tour Grand Final. I'm Lizzie Harrison for Cardplayer TV.